As far as my research goes, so the research that I did for my Fulbright Scholarship in Brazil was a phase 1 clinical trial of NN-DMT. So that's a classic psychedelic, and probably a lot of people, if you don't know what DMT is, you might have heard of ayahuasca, and DMT is one of the chemicals. There's a number, but it's one of the chemicals that occurs naturally in plants that are used in ayahuasca, as well as some other kind of roots in plants that are indigenous to Brazil and other parts of the world. So essentially what the clinical trial was for, phase 1 is primarily like safety and kind of initial efficacy or let's say like potency of the substance. And really ultimately what that project is working towards is a treatment for treatment-resistant depression, and eventually perhaps partially treatment-resistant depression or just depression in general. One of the interesting things about kind of our route of administration or our study was the route of administration, because what we know of a lot of psychedelics now is perhaps psilocybin, which is 4 to 6 hours for an experience, or LSD, which is closer to 12 hours if you're lucky of an experience. Whereas DMT, the experience comes and goes within about 15 minutes, the acute kind of majorly altered experience, if you're inhaling it. And so that's the route of administration is kind of important and interesting there, doing a psychedelic trial with an inhaled substance that can leave your body pretty quickly. It's better for everybody, right? Because it's a lot to commit to a full day of therapy. It's a lot for therapists to commit to that. It's not really a scalable model. And so it's quite interesting to look at something that can be done a little more efficiently.